Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to a book of witchcraft. I, a practicing witch, is opening my book of shadows to share to the world. On this channel, I bring you spells, rituals, and wisdoms drawn from walking the path for many decades. First, I would like to say Happy Friday the 13th. Beautiful witches, if you know, you know. Thank you for joining me in my circle today. Today we will turn our attention to another powerful invocation in modern Wicca, the charge of the Herne god. Just as the goddess speaks through her charge, so too does the god, offering wisdom, strength, and the wild freedom of nature. This text has inspired countless practitioners, reminding us of the balance between the divine feminine and masculine. In this video, we'll explore its origins, its meaning, and the magic it continues to hold for us today. When I became a High Priestess, one of my responsibilities was to honor both the goddess and god in ritual. The charge of the Herne god is a text that still resonates deeply with me, reminding us that the divine masculine is not about domination, but about vitality, courage, and the cycles of life. Today I want to share this beautiful work with you as it continues to guide my practice. The Charge of the Horned God was written in the late 20th century, inspired by the earlier work of Doreen Valiente and other Wiccan authors who sought to give the god his own voice. Where the god speaks of love, ecstasy, and freedom, the god speaks of strength and honor, the mysteries of life and death. He is the consort of the goddess, the lord of the wild, and the guardian of the hunt, the keeper of the cycles of nature. His charge is often spoken by the high priest in ritual, embodying the god's presence in the circle. Because there is no official document that is recognized as widely as the charge of the goddess, many covens write their own or use a version that has been written over the years by others. I will share one with you today, with a pathworking at the end of this video that I find moving. The Horned God names himself through many titles: Pan, Cernunnos, Herne, Osiris, and more. These names remind us that he is universal, appearing in many cultures as the embodiment of fertility, wildness, vitality, and renewal. He calls his followers to embrace the cycles of life, birth and growth, death and rebirth, teaching us that death is not an end, but a transformation. One of the most powerful lines declares, "For I am the flame that burns in the heart of every man, and the wildness that calls from the forest. I am the stag in the woods, the bull in the field, and the seed that quickens in the womb." This imagery reminds us that the god is not distant, but alive within us and within the natural world. The charge of the Horned God is not just a call to ritual, it is a reminder of balance. The god teaches us courage, passion, and sacredness of the hunt, but also wisdom of sacrifice and renewal. He tells us that to live fully is to honor both joy and sorrow, both strength and vulnerability. His law is honor, his gift is vitality, and his mystery is transformation. Even today, practitioners recite the charge of the Horned God to connect with the masculine divine. In a world that often misunderstands masculinity, this text offers a vision of sacred strength, not as power over others, but as power within ourselves. It reminds us that the wild is holy, that passion is sacred, and that the cycles of nature are eternal. Together with the goddess, the god completes the circle, offering us balance and wholeness. So now, let us take a moment to experience this beautiful invocation. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Breathe at a pace that is most comfortable to you. You may imagine yourself starting out this visualization in your sacred space or in a temple or a space that feels safe to you. Imagine that a path reveals itself before you, and as you walk on it, you find yourself in the forest beneath ancient trees. Hear the call of the stag, feel the fire in your heart, and open yourself to the wisdom of the horned god. He is the lord of the dance, the consort of the goddess, and the eternal spirit of nature. Listen now as his words guide you into strength, vitality, and transformation. Listen to the words of the horned god, who was of old called Osiris, Adonis, Zeus, Thor, Pan, Cernunnos, Herne, Lu, and by many other names. I am the flame that burns in the heart of every man, the courage that rises in the face of darkness, the passion that quickens the seed and womb. I am the stag in the forest, the bull in the field, the wolf that howls beneath the moon. I am Pan, Cernunnos, Herne, Osiris, the green man who dies and is reborn, the hunter and the hunted, the mystery of sacrifice and renewal. Know that to live is to dance, to sing, to feast, to love, and to honor the cycles of birth and death. For I am the guardian of the turning wheel, the keeper of the gates of life and beyond. Come unto me in the wild places, in the deep woods, and on the high hills. Call to me with drum and horn, and I shall be with you. For I am the joy of strength, the ecstasy of passion, and the freedom of the untamed soul. My law is honor, my gift is vitality, my mystery is transformation. In me is the fire of life, and in my death is the promise of rebirth. Therefore, let there be courage in your heart, strength in your body, and wildness in your spirit. For behold, I am with you always, in the dance of the seasons, in the hunt and the harvest, in the seed and the flame, in the silence of the tomb, and in the song of life everlasting. Take a moment here before you return to reality. Reflect. What did the gods speak unto you during this pathworking? When you are ready, start feeling your body return to the mundane, the feeling of the earth beneath you, the sounds that you hear, and when you are ready, open your eyes. And that, beautiful souls, is the charge of the horned god, a reminder that there should be a balance in all things, and a season for everything, a time for everything, and to everything its place, a time to sow, and a time to reap, a time to hunt, and a time to feast, a time to dance, and a time to sleep. Thank you for joining me today in my circle. Please share in the comments if you are comfortable. What message did you receive? I would love to hear from you. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry shall we meet again. Thank you for watching, and as always, blessed be.